Sundar Pichai's inspiring story. Learn English through Story Level 3 Listening Practice. Certainly, here's a paraphrased and expanded version of your YouTube video script, designed to serve as a compelling voiceover with a captivating hook at the beginning. The core message remains the same, but the language is fresh and engaging, encouraging viewers to stay till the end. Welcome, everyone. Before you go anywhere, just take a moment and ask yourself, have you ever wondered what it truly takes to transform a life from struggle to success? Today, I'm about to share with you a story that will not only inspire you, but might also change your perspective forever. This isn't just a story of a man. It's a story of dreams against all odds, perseverance through hardships, and the power of unwavering belief. Stay tuned, because what you're about to hear could be the turning point in your own journey. Introduction. This is the story of Sundar Pichai, an individual whose journey from humble beginnings in India to leading one of the most influential technology giants in the world is nothing short of extraordinary. It's a narrative that embodies hope, resilience, humility, and relentless dedication. Many people dream of success, but only a few are willing to endure the long, difficult path to achieve it. Sundar's story is proof that you don't have to come from wealth or privilege to reach the top. All you need is a burning desire to learn, a never-give-up attitude, and a humble heart. Chapter 1. Humble Origins. Let's go back in time to the year 1972, to a bustling, lively city called Madurai in southern India. On June 10th, a boy named Pichai Sundar Rajan was born into a modest middle-class family. His father, Raghunatha Pichai, was an electrical engineer working diligently for a British company called GEC, repairing circuits and designing electrical parts with a vision to create a better future for his family. His mother, Lakshmi, was a stenographer, someone who typed and wrote shorthand, who chose to leave her job to care for her children full-time. Imagine this. Their home had no television, no refrigerator, and they lived in a small two-room apartment in Ashok Nagar, Chennai, known as Madras back then. One room served as a living space during the day, transforming into their bedroom at night. They didn't own a car, just a scooter for transportation. Summers would get unbearably hot, with only a single fan to cool the house, yet they never complained. They were simple, happy people with big dreams. From a young age, Sundar was an inquisitive child. His mind was filled with questions. How does a telephone work? What makes electricity travel? How are machines built? He would ask his father countless questions, and his father would patiently answer, instilling in him the value of curiosity and the importance of knowledge. Every evening, his father would share stories from his work at the factory, and Sundar would listen attentively, learning that behind every innovation is effort, discipline, and a clear design. The power of memory and early signs of talent. When Sundar turned 12, his family finally got a telephone, a basic rotary phone. And here's something incredible. Sundar had what's called a photographic memory. He could remember every phone number he dialed, even after just calling it once. It was a small but significant moment that made his family realize he was special. Despite his intelligence, Sundar remained humble and reserved. He was shy, polite, and often sat quietly in the back of the classroom. Yet, he was always top of his class in mathematics and science. His love for problem-solving was genuine. He didn't study just to pass exams. He studied because he enjoyed learning. He borrowed books when he couldn't afford new ones and worked harder than most students, never wasting time. Dreams began to form. As he grew older, Sundar attended Jauhar Vidyalaya, a school known for its good teachers, but not necessarily for being elite. His dream was to attend a prestigious college someday. In his mind, he visualized himself at IIT Madras, one of India's top engineering institutes. He set his sights on it, knowing that hard work was the only way forward. After years of sleepless nights and relentless effort, he succeeded in gaining admission to IIT Kharagpur, another top-tier institution. Imagine this. A boy from a small house, with no air conditioning, no computer, and limited resources, walking into a college filled with brilliant students from wealthy backgrounds. It was a new world, large classrooms, advanced labs, and professors who were experts in their fields. But challenges didn't end there. Overcoming new challenges at IIT, Sundar chose to study metallurgical engineering, learning about metals and materials, because he was curious. even though he didn't initially understand much about computers. During his early days, he had never even touched a real computer. Yet he was determined. He observed, listened, and self-educated himself in programming and coding, often spending hours in computer labs. He saw his classmates from affluent backgrounds with better English and confidence, but rather than feeling small, Sundar focused inward. He chose to compete with himself, not others. His calm demeanor and sharp mind soon attracted the attention of the professors, who recognized his potential, dreaming big and taking action. In his final year, Sundar applied for a scholarship to study in the United States, a dream many students have but few achieve. He aimed to attend Stanford University for his master's degree, and against all odds he was selected. But the biggest obstacle was money. A flight ticket from India to U.S. was more than his father's annual salary. His family had no credit cards or online funds, just deep faith and willingness to sacrifice. His father, without hesitation, took a loan, exhausted their savings, and borrowed from relatives, believing that investing in his son's education would change his life forever. And so, with a suitcase, hope in his heart and tears in his mother's eyes, Sundar took his first flight abroad, leaving behind the only world he knew for a land of new opportunities, adapting to a new culture and education system. When Sundar arrived at Stanford, he was overwhelmed. Everything was different, fast-paced, competitive, and high-tech. He missed India, his family, and the familiar surroundings. But he didn't let these feelings defeat him. Instead, he studied day and night, asking questions, making notes, and absorbing every lesson. He started making friends. His English improved, and his confidence grew. He carefully saved every dollar, sometimes waiting months to afford a simple backpack because he understood the value of money. After completing his master's in materials science, Sundar had options: return to India or move into the tech world. He chose Silicon Valley, the hub of innovation and technology. Climbing the ladder at Google, Sundar worked for several companies, earned an MBA from Wharton, and eventually joined Google in 2004. His first role was small, working on the Google Toolbar, a simple search tool for browsers. Yet, he saw its potential to change how people use Google. He dedicated himself to improving it, always putting the user first. Soon, he proposed and led the development of Google Chrome, an idea that many senior leaders initially doubted. But Sundar believed in speed, simplicity, and control. He secretly built a team, demonstrated the product potential, and in 2008, Chrome launched. It was fast, clean, and revolutionary. Within a few years, it became the world's most popular browser. That achievement skyrocketed Sundar's career. He continued to innovate, working on Google Drive, Gmail, Android, and other products, always with humility and focus on the user. His leadership style was quiet but powerful, listening more than speaking, respecting others, and always asking, how does this help people? Becoming the leader of Google and Alphabet. In August 2015, Sundar was announced as the new CEO of Google, a moment that surprised many but was no surprise to those who knew him well. He was a visionary, a problem solver, and a humble leader. Later, in 2019, he became CEO of Alphabet Incorporated, overseeing not just Google but also its ambitious projects like self-driving cars, artificial intelligence, and more. Throughout these years, Sundar faced many challenges: Congress hearings, employee protests, and global scrutiny. Yet, he faced them all with calmness, clarity, and integrity, explaining complex issues simply, listening to concerns, and always prioritizing the greater good. His personal life and values. Despite his busy schedule, Sundar remains grounded. He is married to Anjali, his college sweetheart, and they have 2 children. He makes time for his family, enjoys a simple cup of tea in the morning, reads extensively, and stays connected to his roots. His lifestyle is modest. He wears simple clothes, avoids unnecessary luxury, and believes in making a meaningful impact rather than seeking fame. Powerful quotes and life lessons. Here are some of his most inspiring words. Wear your failures as a badge of honor. Failure means you are growing. Happiness isn't about everything being perfect. It's about your attitude towards life. Leadership is about uplifting others, not showing off your power. Success isn't about wealth. It's about being useful to others. Follow your heart and passion. Those are the true fuels of success. Let these lessons be your guiding light. Your background doesn't determine your future. Curiosity, humility, kindness, and persistence do. So, if a boy from a small Indian home with no resources can rise to lead billions and influence the world, what's stopping you? Remember, your journey begins the moment you decide to believe in yourself. No matter where you come from, no matter how many obstacles are in your way, keep learning, stay humble, and never give up. If Sundar Pichai's story touched your heart and motivated you today, then subscribe to this channel. We're here to share stories, teach English, inspire your mind, and help you become the best version of yourself. Your success story is waiting to be written. Now, go chase your dreams, work hard, and remember, you are the next big thing the world is waiting for.